our fantastic, lovely field 34, and we really need to crack on with the deadwood contracts that we had taken out for Noah. Oh, Noah has offered us this for free. But yeah, we better head on to the shop and the hardware store so we can get some things for our camp out tonight. Better zip up the tent. God, it sounds like a coyote. What on earth is this doing here? But I have been able to construct our log cabin. This is a great start. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the American Dream at Riverbend Springs. The snow is still falling on this December morning, and we've been settling in to our new house. Well, I call it a house, it's a bit more of a shack or log cabin, and this was created kindly from the materials that Noah gave us after one of our deadwood contracts did not work out quite so well. And yes, we really have settled in now, and I've been getting a few bits tidied away and set up, which is really handy. But yep, it's winter, and there's not really a lot for us to do on our own patch of land. We certainly can't mow the grass that is here because it is too cold and wet. So yeah, we are going to see what we can do to keep ourselves busy. Oh, hold on. I've just got a text message. And it's our friend Walter. Could you come to East Farm? I might have a job for you. Aha. Well, that is good news. I thought Walter was pretty busy over winter and didn't have enough work for us. But we'll have to keep some of our own jobs for the new house and shack on standby for a moment, because we definitely need to take up the opportunity of work from Walter, as the money is running a little bit low, and we are still renting the sawmill from Noah, and that costs us around $800 a day, so we do need to keep our revenue stream incoming. Let's head over to Walter's and see what he has got in store for us. Now, I have downloaded a weather app on my phone, and as you can see, it has predicted that we are going to get about 26 to 28 centimeters of snow, which is going to be interesting. We will have to see how we can manage in Riverbend with all this snow. But let's head on to the main road, get to Walter's, and see what kind of job he has got for us in this weather. Well, the school bus is still running, so it's not a snow day. We went the long way round, so it's a right turn before the railroad track. And a left turn into East Farm. I wonder how Walter is faring in this weather. Oh, it is bitterly cold, so I think Walter is inside. Hello, Walter. Hey, Walter, how are you doing? Yeah, that's right, it's bitterly cold outside. I don't blame you for being tucked up in the warm. Oh, I see. The cold weather stops you from working. Fair enough. Well, what can we do to help? Some ploughing, you say? Well, that's fine, but we don't really know what we're doing. So, Walter has asked us to help him with some ploughing. As he is a bit older, he can't be sitting in a cold tractor for too long, as it does affect him quite a bit. So he's called on our help. He has 2 fields that need ploughing, ideally before the ground gets too hard and the snow cover is in. And if he leaves it too long, then he won't have enough time to get the fields prepped for springtime. Now, he says that he would normally call on his daughter Katie, but she's busy working her own fields. I did not know Walter had a daughter, and it sounds like she's got farmland of her own. But Walter has suggested that we start with his field 32, which is a bit smaller, and if we manage to progress okay on that, he has another field, which is larger, field number 40. Well, thanks for the cup of tea, Walter. We'll leave our pickup here, and the tractor and equipment is in the barn and shed, you say? Alright, we'll find it. See you later. Ah, well, it was kind of Walter to invite us in on this cold day. In fact, I think I better look to get some warmer clothing, because it is rather cold. Might just see if I've got my jacket in the pickup. There we go, that's more like it. Hat, gloves and coat to keep us warm in this 1 degree temperature. I think it is meant to get a little bit warmer as the day goes on. But yeah, the snow is definitely bringing about a coldness. Alright, Walter did say that the tractor we need to use is in the barn, the John Deere. Aha, here it is. I think this is the one we used for mowing. It is the 6R145. So let's hop in. Oh, very smart this. Let's fire it up. Fantastic. Looks like the displays have all loaded. It's a bit high tech this. Now Walter did give us some instructions on what to do for the ploughing. And he did say that this tractor comes equipped with some steering assist, which makes it easier to stick to the rows, which will be handy for us to try out. We might just do it manually first to see how we get on. But he said we definitely need the front weight that is by the barn door. So let's just pull up to that and get that hitched up. Raise it up. There we go. The plough is about 1.6 tons, he said. So we definitely need a front weight. Right, the plough is in the barn where the bales are normally kept. So that means it is around here. Ah, there's the plough, and there's also the Challenger tractor with, I think, the trailer full of stones that Walter is kindly keeping for us in storage. We can't yet afford the cement factory's $1,000 a day rental price to make some cement from the stones. So yeah, we will have to keep them in storage for a little while. Okay, we have hitched up. We will need to raise this up. Walter says that if we fold it into the transport position, that is the safest. We certainly don't want to get into trouble with Sheriff Bob on improper transport of equipment again. Right, let's pull out of here. We can get the beacons on and head over to Walter's field, which is fairly close to our own land. Well, we can pull out of East Farm, and I have not forgotten that Walter has a rather similar wicker man to the wicker man that was left at the barn where the fire was and by our pickup the other evening. But I haven't really wanted to raise it or mention it to him because he needed our help today, and just didn't seem like the right time to talk to him or ask him about it. But anyway, let's forget about that for now, and we can head over to the field and see what this ploughing is all about. Alright, seems like the fire department is on standby. Not for putting out any fires in this weather, but probably for getting people unstuck if it does snow properly. This is back the way we came to get to Walter's. So I'm just following my way back. Right, it's a left turn here that we want. Oh, sorry Mr. Van. We couldn't really stop in time. We could have skidded on the ice. But here we go. This is the area we want. And this is the field. Well, not this, but the part of ground that is in front of this tunnel here, this oval tunnel. Here we go. Field 32, where the ploughing needs to be conducted. Let's just pull up alongside and take a quick inspect. Just keep the tractor running to stay warm. And it looks like this had green beans in. They are harvested, but it does need ploughing. I guess Walter is wanting to put a new crop in this for the new season. And yeah, it needs to be ploughed. So just looking at the shape of the field, I think the longest edge is up here. So I wonder if that's probably where we should start. Walter did say that we should try and use the longest edge as the main place to go. And we need to have the plough facing out of the field and kind of maintain that direction. And apparently the plough can change direction. We can go one way and then it will turn around and we can then come the other way without having to sort of do a staggered ploughing approach, which is quite handy. So let's hop in and see if we can get ourselves set up accordingly. Alright, so we will unfold, and yes, the plough wants to face outwards to begin with. This is what Walter has told us, and we want to be going this way. So this is the longest row, longest line, and what we'll do is we'll go up and down, and then if we need to tidy up each end we can do. So let's just turn the beacons off. That's probably a good way to start. I think I've lined the first furrow up with the edge of the field. Let's just pull back a little bit, make sure we are lined up and the plough is in the field. We don't want to be striking the ground that is not really field territory. But there we go. I think we are in, we are down, and we are ploughing. Now I've been so excited to get started, I haven't looked at the steering assist, so I think what we'll do is we'll do this field manually, and then potentially, if we've got enough time and we're happy to do another field for Walter, we'll look to do the steering assist for that. Let's get this field ploughed, and hopefully we can turn it over successfully. Raising up, and that is the ploughing of field 32 all completed. So we'll get the plough folded back up into transport position, and I've got to say that for a novice it wasn't perfect, but it certainly wasn't too shabby either. We managed to stick to the rows and rotate the plough at either end, so we were ploughing in the same direction either way. Now there's a couple of patches there which I don't think are too important. Walter has said that we have done enough, so that is good, and yeah, I'm quite happy with that for a first time ploughing. There were a couple of fumbles. We did have to lift the plough and reverse back a little bit at some stage. But yeah, overall, I think we managed to keep the lines fairly straight. We did have a couple of wiggles, but overall, not too bad at all. Right, we're re-entering the road now, so better get the hazards back on. And I'm just going to consult the map and see if we have enough time to do the other field. As, yeah, it would be good to help Walter out with both fields that he needs doing. So field 32 completed. The next one is field 40, and I think that looks to be very close to where we did a deadwood contract for Noah. So let's head on down there and we can get set up. Now the weather certainly is coming in. I think the roads are starting to pick up a bit of snow and ice now, so we will have to watch how we go. Let's just check there's nothing coming. Best we indicate as well. There we go. And we can head over to field 40. It's over this bridge. Now this is right near our little hut shack. There we go, field 34. And doing this ploughing has got me actually really excited for our own opportunity to do our own farming. And that really will be good, but we will have a few things to purchase. We of course will need a tractor. We will need some equipment probably to deal with the grass first of all, so a mower of sorts and some way of collecting up that grass and doing something with it. So we'll have to work all of that out. I know that Walter was using some of the grass that we mowed for him for his animals, so potentially we may be able to give our grass to him or sell it to him. Obviously we'll give him some friends rates because he has helped us out and paid us handsomely many a time. Right, I think the field, if I just consult my mini-map, is up here on the right. There we go. Fantastic. Just consulting the map once again, and I think the best way to go is to go west to east, as that seems to be the longest row and have the most amount of space where we would be travelling in that direction. And I've just pulled over to the side of the field to see if we can get the steering assist that Walter mentioned set up. Here we go. So working width 2.5 meters. We don't want any headlands. Work direction automatic, and the offset is automatic as well. Right, I think that has been set correctly. So let's head back over here and get our plough lined up with the longest edge. We will need to unfold it of course, and we will need to turn it around. Have to watch out for the neighbouring field. I don't know if Walter owns that or not, but there we go. Right, we are set up accordingly now. We can get the beacons off, and it should be as easy as going into the field, and it should be as simple as lining up. There we go, and if we pull forward it should line us up with the row accordingly. Yep, it has. So we can lower the plough and get set off. There we go, another ploughing underway, and we'll see how well we can do with this field. It is probably just under double the size of the one we've just done, so quite a sizable job, but nonetheless we will get it done for Walter. And I will see you when we're finished. Right. Well, you will notice that the snow has come in thick and fast, and the field is now set with snow. So I am having to plough where I haven't already ploughed with snow on top of the ground, which is making it quite interesting, but the tractor does not seem to be struggling at all with the snow on the ground. In fact, it's maybe making the traction a little bit smoother on the rugged field. But there we go. So where we have already ploughed, snow now covers, and where we are yet to plough, we'll be turning over the snow as well as the ground, but that's okay. But to be honest, probably where we are ploughing now will get covered up with snow as well eventually, as it doesn't look to be letting up any time soon. So we just continue our work, which is actually surprisingly easy given that we have the fantastic steering assist. Now, I wish I'd have used this on the previous field, but I was a little bit too excited and wanted to give it a go manually. But I'm glad Walter has informed me and told me about this, because it is an absolute godsend being able to just line up, press the key that selects and locks on to the right line, and we let GPS do the rest of the work. And yeah, I've been able to take a look at my phone, see what's going on in Riverbend Springs, and a couple of posts of people potentially getting stuck in the weather. So I wonder what the weather might bring to Riverbend Springs. I think after we've got this job done, we'll return the tractor to Walter's. Hopefully we can get the pickup back to our cabin safely, and we might have to bunker down for the night. But let's get the rest of this ploughing done, and then we can see what's what. And there we go. We have finished this rather mighty field. So let's fold up the plough and get it into transport position. There we go. Now, it certainly was interesting having to plough this field whilst there was snow on it. And yes, I can still see the little deer that was scurrying around, and tried not to disturb it. Now, we had to switch on the work lights as the visibility did get a little bit dark. I will have to turn those back off now, as we can't go on the road with those, but we will need the beacons lit. And yes, I think I've still got the front work lights on, but we can turn the front headlights on, although I'm not sure where these front headlights come from. I think there's some little lights on the mud guards there. Right, we can head back to Walter's and see what he has got to say. I did notice, I think I had a couple of missed calls from him. I'm guessing he was probably concerned about the weather situation and wondering how we have got on. But I imagine he's going to be very pleased that we have ploughed both the fields that he wanted and needed. Now, one thing to mention is obviously ploughing up those fields does mean we have uncovered a few stones in them, which is good news for us potentially in the future, because we might have some stone picking contracts that Walter will want us to conduct on those fields, and that is going to mean some lovely stones for us, which we can contribute towards our stone collection and use to make cement, which is very good. Right, we'll nip down here. We'll be driving past our own little patch of land and our shack that is on the top of the hills, hidden in the trees up there. But yes, we will have to venture back here in the pickup. I hope it will make it in the snow, and see about warming ourselves up, as although the tractor has got a heater, it is still pretty breezy and the temperature is 4 degrees, so yeah, it's pretty nippy out there, I gotta say. Now, it seems like that forecast of, I think it was 28 to 31 centimetres, it has increased slightly. That forecast has increased, but has been fairly accurate. We have got a good amount of snow coverage now in Riverbend. Right, we can turn into East Farm, and it looks like no grit has been laid, so the snow has really set here. That is interesting. Let's get the plough parked back up in the barn and the tractor put away for Walter. Lowered and dropped off. Front weight back where we found it. And tractor safely back in the barn shed. Well, this John Deere certainly has done a grand job today. I think we used about a quarter of the fuel tank. But yeah, it ploughed through that land like nothing, which is fantastic. Right, we will go check in on Walter, get some money for the work that we have done today, and hopefully we'll be alright to get out of here with the pickup, even though the snow is overtaken Walter's yard. Hey Walter, how are you doing? Yeah, not to worry, we got both fields ploughed, which you'll be pleased to hear. Yep, yeah, no, the snow didn't stop us. John Deere did a fantastic job. We followed all your guidance, and I used the steering assist on the second field, and it works like an absolute charm. So Walter is absolutely chuffed that we have ploughed both fields for him. It's really going to help him out in the springtime with rock clearing, cultivating, and then drilling, which, yeah, I'm hoping he's going to employ some of our help for the stone picking when that comes along, maybe some of the other jobs as well. But for field 32, he is going to pay us $4,200. And for the grand field 40, he is going to pay us just over $9,000, which is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant, Walter. Well, you keep yourself warm and we'll be in touch at some point soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Well, the bank balance is looking fantastic. Just shy of 14,500, which is excellent. So I think we can head back to our shack, log cabin, and yes, hopefully we can make it back safely in the pickup. Now the wheels are slipping a little bit, but this old girl has a good amount of juice under the bonnet, so yeah, we are pretty good. It's a 4x4 pickup, so yeah, not going to struggle too much, just a little bit of slippage. We better get our lights on as well. But yeah, let's venture to the right. Oh, looks like the postal service is still out making some late deliveries. Now, as the weather hasn't really let up, I was thinking that we should probably go to the general store and get some supplies. So let's just pull up here and see if we can grab some stuff to keep us fed should we get stuck. There we go. Now that our money situation is looking better, I've taken the opportunity to buy a good amount of shopping to keep us happy. Oh dear, I seem to have left my lights on. Hope I haven't worn the battery down. Oh dear, I'm turning the key and it's not enough to turn the motor off, and it looks like the lights have just dimmed out as well. So we've got a flat battery. That is very silly of me to leave the lights on. I don't think there's anything in the general store that's going to help us. Crikey, I wonder if we can knock on someone's door, see if they have any jump leads or a booster pack for getting us started. Oh, the garage might be a good shout. Hopefully that has got something that can sort us out. Well, that's $60 I didn't want to have to spend, but we have got a booster pack for jump starting the pickup, and it comes charged, so that is pretty handy. And I guess it's handy to have something like that in the future, just in case that happens again. But let's head over to the pickup, get the bonnet up, attach the booster to the battery, and we can see about getting it started. Right, booster pack attached. There we go. Managed to start it up now. That is good news. Right, we can take the booster pack and put it in our trusty toolbox in case we need it in the future. Right, let's head on back. Seems like we've just caught the school run back. And I bet the kids are disappointed that they didn't get a snow day today, but maybe they will tomorrow. Over the bridge, and we can head towards our little shack, log cabin. And oh, I'll probably just park up behind it. That is what is best, I imagine. There we go. The walls are only thin in this place, but should be enough to keep us warm. Well, good morning. We were tucked up in bed quite warmly last night. This log cabin does stay quite warm thanks to the stove/heater, which is very handy. We cooked up a nice dinner, and yes, we got some fruit now from our shopping labours, which is handy. And we can put the bed back up and look to get the kettle on to make a brew this morning. Now it does look like there is a good amount of snow cover still, although it's not meant to snow today, and I think the temperature is set to rise. Oh, I was just using the toilet and we've got a text message from Sheriff Bob. Need your help down at the station. Could you come ASAP? Okay, I'm not sure what he needs us for, but alright, let's finish up. Wow, this toilet is not very private, that's for sure. It's got a big old window on it. We might have to get a curtain. Right, let's head over to the sheriff's office and see what he has got for us. Cold start this morning, that's for sure. It was very chilly overnight. It's still -4, but yeah, hopefully by the end of the day the temperature has risen. Oh dear, I seem to be sliding down the hill. This is not very good. Oh dear. Hopefully we are not going to hit the tree. Oh dear, I seem to have very much misjudged where I needed to drive there. I guess the snow that's on this hill is quite slippery. Are we going to be able to get back up it, or am I going to have to go a different route? Oh well dear, that is us well and truly stuck. So let's see if we can back out of here and get to a track. There we go, we made it to the track. That is handy. I don't imagine that the ferry is in service at the moment because it is a little bit too cold. But let's head the long way round to the sheriff's office, and we'll have to go fairly easy as we don't want to get stuck or slide around anymore. Do like seeing the snow on a Riverbend. Even though it's winter, the snow really does brighten up the landscape. Right, we have made it to the sheriff's office, and oh dear, it looks like there's some rather rough snow here. I don't hope we're not going to get stuck. We are slipping and sliding around a little bit, but hopefully not hit that car. Let's just park up and hopefully we can trudge our way over to the sheriff's office and see what he wants. Hello, Sheriff? Aha, I see. Yeah, I did see there was a lot of snow outside your office. You've been snowed in, have you? Okay, how can we help? Well, the sheriff is snowed in, and not only that, he needs our help on one of the plows, as this area outside the sheriff's office and also the fuel stations need to be cleared of snow. The gritters did come through and do the main road, which is why the main roads are all clear. However, they've not done some of the commercial areas, and of course the sheriff's office is left uncleared, so he can't get his patrol cars out, which is a bit of tough luck for him, I guess. But he has offered us a bit of money for working the plough, and he's told us it's over in the police yard over here. And oh, I think this is it. He did say it was a Dodge pickup truck, and it has a plough on the front of it. Wow, this looks pretty smart. I can hear the train coming. Looks like the train is not stopped by the snow, that's for sure. Right, let's get in the pickup and see if we can get some of this snow cleared. Nice, this is a very smart pickup. First thing we need to do is lower the plough, so let's do that. And the sheriff did say it'd probably be best if we did extend out the plough. One side, the other side. Fantastic. So let's angle this to the left and start to clear our way out of here. We can just push the snow nicely to one side and clear our own little path out of here. There we go. This snowplow works pretty well. We need to negotiate this corner here where the truck is. Don't want to bump into it. There we go. We are shuffling the snow as we go, and I will have to see about angling the blade into the right direction so we don't leave a huge pile of snow in the middle of somewhere, just like that. Let's lift the plough back up. Right, so the sheriff wants us to clear this space around the office so he can get out of here with his patrol cars. So let's just do that, and then we'll head on to clear the fuel station as well. There we go. We have, as the sheriff requested, come along and cleared the fuel station, and we cleared the area around his office as well. Now there is a bit of stubborn ice that has set underneath the forecourt of the petrol station, but it is drivable, so that's not too bad. And we've cleared the snow everywhere else and made a nice track for anyone who needs fuel to come along and get in and out. Looks like one of the patrol cars is stuck on the side of the road there. Now, whilst we have the snow plough, I was wondering if we should maybe head to Walter's and just clear his farmyard out, so it's going to be a little bit easier for him to drive in and around as he needs to. There you go, Walter. What do you think? Oh, that's no problem. I'm glad we could help you out. Yep, your yard looked a little bit worse for wear with the snow, and I could only imagine it was going to be buried. The sheriff asked us to clear snow from in front of his office and at the petrol station, so thought I'd come and do your yard. Oh, there's no need to thank us. After all, you gave us that much-needed winter work. Yeah, whilst I've got you, can I ask you where that wicker man came from, near your honeybees? You say you got it from Noah, and it came with the wood for the honeybee hives. Well, that's interesting. The reason I ask is it looks like the wicker men that were at the barn fire, and also the wicker men that were left in front of my truck the other night. Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but good to know. You get back inside, keep warm, and we will see you soon. See you later. Well, it is nice to have helped out Noah, because of course he gave us that winter work for the ploughing. And it was interesting that we were actually able to catch up with him about where he sourced that wicker man from. Seems that he got the wood to make those beehives from Noah, and Noah came and installed it for him and put the wicker man there as well, which is very interesting. I had a feeling that Noah was going to be someone that we needed to keep an eye on, but interestingly, Noah has also helped us out a great deal, so I really don't know what to think. But let's not think about it too much and get the snowplow back to the sheriff's lockup. Back at the lockup, and we can park the snowplow away. There we go, handy piece of kit, that snowplow. But we can head back to the cabin, and we've got some planning to do around the farmhouse build that we'll try and do in the new year. And also some planning on what we should do with our field when spring comes. There we go, we've made it back. Hopefully I'm not going to slip and slide all the way down the hill again. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. All that's left to say is, hope to see you again next time on the American Dream at Riverbend Springs. And until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.